All right. We have a very interesting evening, and I see a lot of people are interested in money. How many of you here like money? Must be the greediest bunch in New York. How many of you like money and you are not ashamed to say that you like money? At least you're not hypocrites. There has been too much hypocrisy about money, not only in religion but in secular life as well. And the first thing that I want you to write down tonight from this lecture is this: hypocrisy about money creates money problems. Hypocrisy about money creates money problems. Hypocrisy about money is a part of what I call the money rejection complex. I'll give you one good example about the hypocrisy of money. It's the preacher who preaches that the lack of money, the love of money, is the root of all evil, and then puts on a money-raising campaign for the church at the same time. That is the utmost in the hypocrisy of money. And I've seen this in the churches throughout my life. Money was thought of and taught about to be something dirty and evil and sinful. But yet at the same time, we had financial campaigns to raise money for the church. That is an utmost example of being hypocritical about money. And as long as you are hypocritical about money, that is going to create in your life different forms of money problems. Even those people who may have, let's say, a certain amount of so-called financial wealth, if they're hypocritical about it, they're going to have some kind of a money problem. Now, I'll tell you something else you may not have thought about. Not only people who do not have money problems, but there are those people who deal with large sums of money who still have money problems. There are multimillionaires who have problems with money, so that they don't enjoy it. And to have a lot of money in terms of facts and figures, dollars and cents, and not enjoy it doesn't mean anything. Money is to be enjoyed. And another thing that I have to keep redundantly telling you about money is this: always be sure that money serves you and you never serve money. Because the truth of the matter is, money loves to serve you. And money is seeking you probably even more than you're seeking money. It's trying to get into your hands and into your pockets. It's trying to get into your bank account. But certain things which you unconsciously and subconsciously do repels money from you. And one of the things that repels money is hypocrisy about money. Tonight, my formal subject is the romance of money. Sounds like a strange subject. The romance of money. What's romantic about money? Well, we're going to find out in just a moment. I'm going to read some very interesting things about money from the Bible and from Reverend Ike and from folklore. And I'm going to have you stand for this. Stand for this for a moment now that you've gotten so comfortable with your pad and pencil. The romance of money. When I saw that in the newspaper, I said, gee, I'll have to go and hear that. And while we're about to read what I'm going to use for the text this evening, let me just say this to you. You should approach all of life as a great romance. Everything in your life, everything about your life, you should approach as a great romance. Living should be a great romance. You should be romantic about everything. First of all, you should have a great romance with yourself. Yes, you should love yourself without shame. You should make love to yourself. You should tell yourself good things about yourself. You should be good to yourself. You should do good things for yourself. And the better you learn how to treat yourself and how to relate to yourself, then the better you will know how to relate to other people and to life objectively. Say with me, life is a great romance. And not only that, let's make it personal, and why don't you say, my life is a great romance. Together, my life is a great romance. And I want you to think about that. And whatever your job is, whatever your station in life happens to be now, approach it in a romantic way. Why, you can even clean up your house in a romantic way. The objects in your house that you handle, you should handle with love. You should cook with romance. You should handle the food that you're preparing with love and great romance. And the more that you love the good which you are and the good which you're expressing now, the more good will be drawn into your life. And now I'm going to read with you an Irish proverb, which Stephanie in my editorial department sent to me, and it really flipped me out, because it coincides with what I've been talking about. For emphasis, I'm going to have you repeat these words after me. I'm not adhering to any strict code of hermeneutics or homiletics tonight. I've left all of that theological seminary training behind. And what I'm going to do in this lecture tonight is to impress good money ideas upon your subconscious mind. This is a mental conditioning session for money. If it's possible to air condition this building, it's possible to money condition your mind. And let me warn you right away, those of you who do not want your minds money conditioned, please get out of here in a hurry. Now the Irish proverb, will you repeat it after me? And money swore an oath. That nobody who did not love her would ever have her. That's an Irish proverb. And I want to read it over again for emphasis. And money swore an oath that nobody who did not love her would ever have her. Now we're going to read this again, and I want you to get your emotions and your commotions with this. Let's get full of the feeling. Those of you who forgot to take out your chewing gum, take it out quickly, but don't stick it on the seats. They've just been newly upholstered. Quickly, take it out. And money swore. Come on, make those swearing motions. And money swore an oath that nobody who did not love her would ever have her. Now that's the Irish proverb. Now we're going to read the unfortunate words of the Apostle Paul. And before I read these unfortunate words of the Apostle Paul, which says the love of money is the root of all evil, may I say to you, I've been having some wonderful time speaking to some clergymen whom I will not name. But you'd be surprised. I was surprised in my class in Los Angeles to discover the prominent radio and television evangelists who snuck in. And one very famous television evangelist told me He said, you know, when I saw your ad in the paper disputing the Apostle Paul about the love of money, I thought that you had a lot of nerve. He said, but after I thought about it, he said, damn it, you're right. But he said, like you, coming out of my fundamentalistic background, I just thought it was the very height of blasphemy that anybody would dispute or correct the Apostle Paul. But for a moment, may I remind some of you who are scholars, and we do have some scholars here tonight, don't you think that the apostles were infallible for one moment? The God mind that is within each one of us is the one mind which is infallible. But the apostles were not infallible. As a matter of fact, on one occasion, if you remember in the Bible, you Bible scholars and Sunday school students, you remember that Paul had to straighten out the Apostle Peter on something. And he said, I withstood him to his face. The same way that I've had to straighten out the Apostle Paul over money, and I withstood him to his face.